What do you think Dan is calculating behind that meaningful look when he agrees to Tommy's new deal? In episode 10, Tommy goes to Dan with 6 oil wells as bargaining chips. Dan eventually agrees to cooperate, but before shaking hands, he gives Tommy a chilling warning. If you screw this up, I will take away what you love most. Many people might just take this as a harsh threat, but if you combine it with Dan's previous behavior, you will find this is a carefully designed trap. Why would Dan agree to Tommy's proposal? Because from the very beginning, he never intended for Cammy to succeed. Cammy's offshore drilling project is extremely risky, and Dan could not fail to see this, but he still supported Cammy and even pushed things along behind the scenes. Why? Because he is shorting MTechs. And now, Tommy comes to him with quality assets, 6 high-producing oil wells, which for Dan is double insurance. If Cammy loses, and she indeed does lose, Dan can profit from shorting. If Tommy wins, Dan can get dividends from the new company. No matter the outcome, Dan is the winner. And that warning is actually telling Tommy, you are now my pawn too. Dan does not care about whether Tommy lives or dies. He cares about those oil wells in Tommy's hands. Once Tommy's new company shows any financial weakness, Dan will pounce like a crocodile and devour all of Tommy's assets. That is what he means by what you love most. Tommy thinks he is looking for a partner, but he is actually conspiring with a tiger. This detail plants a huge bomb for season 3, foreshadowing a life or death showdown between the two.